MD Promotions.
Back. That was Fever Dreams, Bloodstained Hands.
Yeah,
and with us here is Chaz from the video that you just saw. He was the one screaming into the mic.
That was me.
And so you guys have been around for nearly 10 years now. What do you think has been your greatest accomplishment as a band to date?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. There's been a lot of stuff. Releasing the first album, getting ready to release the second album. There's just a lot of stuff that's coming that I think will probably top everything we've done before. So just wait. In the next year, you're going to see a lot of stuff.
So how'd you guys come up with the name Fever Dreams?
Pretty funny story. I was actually sick right after Princess Diana died, and I had a really, really wicked fever, went to sleep, and had a really messed up dream about her, and I woke up, and that was the name. That was it. So.
Oh, wow.
I won't go into details because it was pretty messed up.
Yeah, we're prime time, so we got to keep it G-rated, you know.
And your band has gone through a lot of changes over the last 10 years, and most recently is your drummer. And what's going on with that? Are you guys going to be looking for a new drummer soon, or you have a fill-in drummer? Or?
We have a fill-in drummer. Actually, it's our original drummer, Matt. He was with us for about 10 years, and when he left to go pursue an acting career and do some other stuff. And tensions between us were really bad for a while there, and he came back to fill in for a couple shows, and we sat down and talked. So until June, he's going to be filling in as our drummer, and then we're definitely going to be looking for a replacement.
Neat. And when do we expect the new CD from Fever Dreams?
I can't give you a definite date, but I guarantee it'll be out by New Year's.
Nice. Good way to start the new year.
And are you guys going to be having a tour to accompany it, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it going to be just a West Coast tour, or is it going to be?
It's going to be everywhere.
Everywhere?
We're going everywhere.
Are you touring by yourself, or are you hoping to catch on with a bigger band?
It'd be nice to catch on with a bigger band, but sometimes you just have to do the grunt work and go out there on your own and
gotta do what you gotta do.
10 people for a little while before you get there. So
create that buzz, man. Create that buzz. I wish there were some more Tucson bands touring. I don't think there's really a lot of them going out there. A lot of great music happening in Tucson, but not a lot of them are out there creating a buzz.
Unfortunately, that's most of the reason why we've gone through some member changes in the past. Is people think they're really dedicated to something until they have to give something up, and then then they realize, okay, that's probably not worth it to me.
Living on peanut butter and jelly for a couple of years, until you make it big.
Really want to do it. So.
Right.
It's a true musician.
And then, as yourself, what's been your biggest accomplishment as a musician?
I honestly want you guys to hear the new album because I think that is probably my biggest accomplishment.
Right.
That and a side project I'm doing with like acoustic music and violins and strings and everything like that. Between both those projects, probably that's my biggest accomplishment as a musician.
Some acoustic stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
And so the biggest question we get from a lot of fans is, who's the little kid in Bloodstained Hands?
He's actually a friend of Kyle's, the other singer in the band. It's their kid, and they're just huge metal fans, and they're huge Fever Dreams fans, and they gave us permission to use him in the video. And I just want to make it clear, like, none of the stuff that was going on in the video was actually done while he was there. It was all separate. Everything else, and we didn't screw the kid up at all. Everything.
What was the concept behind the video? I mean, I have a hard time understanding the lyrics.
Yeah.
But Bloodstained Hands, and then there's some...
Yeah. The song itself is just about a kid that just has a really messed up childhood, and he goes through life, and he just becomes a violent individual. And it's kind of a take on that. You can't really show that and get it across in 5 minutes with the depth that we should, but that's kind of where we were going with it. It just turns out he's just messed up by the end.
Right.
Yeah.
What's
been your most memorable show to date, do you think?
You know what? Each one gets better. Whether we're playing to like 50 kids or we're playing to 1,000, each one gets better. The people out there give us such energy. I think if anything stood out, it'd probably be the last Rialto show we did with Trivium, a show we did last year with Gridlocked at City Limits, and probably any show we've done.
Yeah, I think we were there actually.
Yeah, any show we've done in Mexico has just been unreal.
Who else played that show? It was You Apart, right?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
I think it was You Apart. I'm not completely sure, but I think
the only ones that
I could be wrong.
So Gridlocked, but I think you're probably right. That sounds familiar. So yeah.
Anna, what makes Fever Dreams different from all the other metal bands out there?
There's a ton of metal in Arizona.
There's a ton of metal in Arizona, and it's all about 6 months to a year old. We put in the time and the energy and everything else, and I don't think it says that we're better than anybody else, but we've been able to evolve our sound into something, and a lot of people just don't get that far. They don't take the time to actually put in that much effort, and I think that's what sets us apart. We've had 10 years to hone our craft.
Right.
And you have very well
Thank you.
honed it. That's how you would put that in text, honed.
So you guys are you're competing at the Battle of the Bands. You're going on to the second round of. For all you that are listening on podcasts, they're going to be playing this Saturday. What's the date on that? The 15th,
The
correct?
15th, yeah.
The 15th.
Day
If
before
you're watching this
Easter.
on TV, you missed it.
Yeah.
But
Shame.
yeah, shame. But either way, you guys are playing. How do you feel about that? I mean, are you guys amped to win, or?
You know what? It'd be great to win because we could really use the money to throw down on our next recording, but I'm just looking forward to a show. If people show up and they have a good time and there's a little blood on the ground afterwards, we're good to go.
And these are the semifinals, right? I mean,
No, these are the finals.
These are the finals. So
last
you guys have already gotten the shirts. I think was the
No, well,
prize.
what happened was they wanted 100 bands to join this thing. And
Right.
apparently 100 bands didn't think it was worth throwing down $100 so they could lose. So
Right.
they only got a certain amount of bands. So there's only 2 rounds to it now. And it's not quite the same amount of money or anything like that. So it's
Right.
just more of like a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
And get
Well, it's
the
a good
fans
way to
out
get
there.
your name out there to different people that might not.
I've
See you.
heard you otherwise. I mean, I think we were planning on going and seeing a funk band
Yeah.
on Saturday, but we're gonna go see you guys
Go
instead.
get some rock on.
See a metal show. Do my little faux hawk. Hope
There
I don't
you
get
go.
beat up.
No, we'll make sure you're good, dude.
What if there was a promoter or somebody booking or watching the show that was interested in you guys playing for them, how would they go about?
You can either get a hold of us on MySpace at myspace.com/feverdreams.
And they'll be in our top 8 all of next week, by the way. So.
Yes.
You can get a hold of us at feverdreams.com. You can shoot me. Can I say my number on the
Yeah.
air?
Yeah.
All right. My phone number is 312-9306. So any ticket inquiries or shows, that'd be good.
Speaking of tickets for your show with Static X, how did that come about? How did you guys?
How'd you score that one?
Well, the Trivium show that we did, we sold a lot of tickets to. And when you do good work for a promoter, they come back and they give you something afterwards. So that's pretty much what happened. We sold a lot of tickets, we did our job, and they came back and gave us another
You guys
show.
excited to play with Static X?
Sure, I'm excited to play anywhere. So yeah.
Static
Very
X
cool.
is my old best friend's favorite band.
And if you want tickets to that, you can contact Fever Dreams through the webpage or visit us, and we'll get you there, and they can hook you up with some tickets.
Definitely.
Because I'm going to go because I want to see Fever Dreams with Static X.
All right, and we are running out of time, so thank you very much for coming on
Thank
for an
you.
interview. We'll bring him back on here in a little while. Just say bye and any last points here in about 8 minutes. But right now, guys, if you're podcasting this is Authority Zero, 1 more minute, and if you're watching the video, it's pretty self-explanatory.